So what I'm thinking is to store the fuel. The fuel trucks and stuff need to be stored off-site somewhere. If that's all going to be terminal, ultimately, gates are going to go here. Then, where do we put the fuel? Probably where the GA is, to be honest. If you put stands down, they come with their own road. Okay. Asphalt is cheaper to construct, the operating costs are lower with concrete. Right, because it lasts longer. So I want to move these things. There's no move option, unfortunately. Yeah, but I don't want to build on this side. Like, I want stands to go along here. See, I kind of feel like the game is trying to push me to build a medium runway. But I kind of feel like we can rinse more out of what we have. I kind of feel like a second runway and more small stands and get rid of all the GA, we can actually make reasonable money. I don't feel like we're ready for medium runways yet. I don't know if anybody else thinks the same way. But I'm thinking, if we ditch the GA, put the fueling up here, extend, like have an extension to that terminal block there, build more stands, 2 runways, but we're kind of limited by this thing. You don't necessarily need a second runway. We're kind of limited by the ATC tower though. Because if that's going to throttle the amount of jobs, then like if I had more stands now, it wouldn't necessarily benefit. You don't need a second small runway for more stands. Well, that's the other thing actually. Getting rid of the GA would give us more, would give us a bit more capacity for aircraft. So maybe that is the way to go for now. Let's do that. Let's keep it simple. So let's make what we've got better and working, and then think about another runway. Your tower is at capacity now. No more new stands at the moment. So how do I get that, Baz? How do I get a bigger tower? Go to the flight planner and look top right corner. Flight capacity 24, 25. So, okay. Well, answer me this then, Baz. How do I unlock the ability to research the bigger tower? Is that an extended commercial license, maybe? Trucker J, I'll be stopping the stream for an hour. It comes under extended commercial license. That's this thing, a 2-day research project. I'm going to work on that. Minimum 5. Holy moly. He's 5 admins. You serious?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
1 hour, I don't know. 1 hour to take a break and have some food at some point. Yeah, I'll be stopping at 4. It's, what time is it now? It's 2:30. No, 2:50. I'll be stopping at 4, having an hour's break, grabbing some food, back at 5. Okay, so we've got some kind of a plan. Let's make it work. So I'm going to extend this north. I think we'll start shutting down the GA stuff. Get rid of this one first and then build the fuel things here. Need to get them running. I wouldn't be able to keep my eye on stuff though. Don't know if I want that yet. Can't close the stand when the assigned aircraft exists in the world. What, this guy? You can run 2 research at the same time. Ooh. Just need more admins, right? Minimum 1. Blimey. Get that ticking over. No rush. Oh my god, there's another plane here. This is ridiculous. Ah, that's true. Actually, we just disabled GA. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Allow general aviation. No! You've become scumbag airport. You are banning GA. We're no longer GA friendly, guys. That is pretty outrageous. What would you do if you get an offer from Ryanair? What do you mean, what will it do, Buzz? Are you sure all allocated flights will be cancelled? Yes. We are no longer accepting them. They need to go to Southend. I think the UI for this game was designed by developers. They need a UI guy. Come on, get out of here. You're not accepted anymore. You're not welcome. Holding up progress here. Right, get out. It's kind of hard to see what you're doing at night. They have a GUI guy who won't accept our suggestions. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh my god, look at this. Well, you can see the individual snowflakes. That's hilarious. Kian, welcome back. Thank you for 15 months. Skyer, thank you for 44. J.M. Martin, halfway to my first year. And a silver acorn. Don't Bill Me, almost on 4 years. Knox Harrington with 10. Ken Shaw with 65. Thank you, guys. Can you remember what camera you're using? I used to use GoPros. I'm now using a Sony Alpha 6300. Why do you ask, Danny? Okay, right, let's build. We would like... Actually, we don't need to bother with... We don't need to bother with avgas anymore, do we? With the phantom battery, exactly. The all-important phantom battery. Not there for now. Oh, you're looking to get a good quality camera? Yeah, there's like so much choice now. It honestly depends what you want to do with the camera. Photo, video, low lights, like what bitrate you want to record video in. There's so many variables. And ultimately when you buy a camera, you buy into that ecosystem, so... You know, you can't... Realistically, all the big manufacturers make good cameras, but they do vary in certain features. For example, you know, if you're the kind of guy that wants to do vlogging, so you want to walk along holding a camera a lot, Canon do some of the best autofocus in the business, but Sony is very close now. So that's a consideration. If you want to record in like Vlog, S-Log, or whatever you want to call it, like log file video, my Panasonic GH5 has some of the best unlocks for that. Like for the money, it's very hard to beat. It can do like 10-bit recordings, which is normally Canon will charge thousands for that. So, and then like I said, there's the ecosystem. So if you already have lenses, then you probably want to stay in that ecosystem anyway. And then there's the actual sensor size, like the GH5 has a micro four thirds, and then Canon generally goes APC, and then you've got Sony, which is leading the way with full frame. So lots and lots of research is the best way to go. Sell a little fuel truck, that's a good point. Don't need that guy anymore. He's the avgas guy, he can go. Don't need that anymore. Close that. How do we sell it? Request, review, no. Delete. See, like little things like that. Like the stand, I can't mark for deletion with the bulldozer, but with the fuel thing I can. That's a bit bizarre to me. Not really, Sneaky Ninja. Do we also have to cancel the avgas contract? No, because the fuel contract, they supply both kinds of fuel. Convert to concrete for 50 grand. There we go. Longer lasting. That's because we've got structural engineering done. Okay, so we now have a fuel tank. Now I'm gonna have to move this thing. Small service vehicle car park, okay. Oh, we can build concrete ones of these now. Interesting. Yeah, we're getting through some tech now, which is good. Service vehicle parking lot. So we'll reassign this up there and then we'll get rid of all of that. And just have that road running up. So how wide do we want this to be? Check in and all that. With that wide should do it. But what's wrong with that? Wall. Why can't I build this wall? If spaces between structures as you may need to expand, don't corner yourselves in like extra fuel tanks. Yeah, I've kind of banked on the fact that I can build more tanks here. I hope. Wait, what's all that? What's all this? I've got some kind of zoning going on here. Crew zone left over from the stands. Ah. How do I get rid of that? Security. Where's the actual zoning? Oh, that's right, yeah, you do control. The heck? Delete the zones, select one you have with control. So let me get this straight. I have to figure out which zone that is, then select the thing. Like, where is the clear zone option? It's overlaying two zones, a secure and a staff. Oh my god. Are you serious? Secure. Right. That is absolutely stupid. If they go and look at Prison Architect, they have like one menu item for zones, and it has all the different ones, and then a clear zone. That's all you need. Not digging through menus trying to find which zone is which. Staff zone? Was it a staff zone? Yay, there we go. Holy moly. Right, you. Go there. Yes, Governor. By a second fuel truck, one is not enough for 4 stands. How do you know, Ben? Vehicles. Purchase vehicles. Oh my god. Service cars, shuttle bus, stair truck. Wow. Jet A1. 50 quid an hour? He's on his way, Baz. Just for you. So anyway, back to my original problem. Why couldn't I build a wall back here? Basic wall that became built on terminal terminal foundation, that's why. Terminal foundation. Right. $168 grand.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Yeah, you can get shops when you you have to unlock the research and development tree a bit more to get that. Butter bean key? Thank you, 4 months. This is looking a bit better.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
It says 22 of 25 here. What's the missing 3? You move the tunnel engine as well. I could do, but it's kind of okay where it is. Oh, they build the wall as looks like they build the wall as part of this. That's fine. Let's have a look how much a medium gate would cost. Or a stand. That's about stand medium. Wow, that is actually... Uh-oh. That's annoying. So, I have to delete the service road in order to put that down, because it will come with a service road. Oh my god. That is just the most ridiculous thing. I mean, surely the game can go, hey, you've already got a service road there. That doesn't need to be built, that's fine. Because if I delete that, I then can't refuel any planes until it's gone, and then this whole... So while this stand is being built, I can't refuel anything. Is your camera card connected to a capture card? Yes, Danny. Yeah. If you want to go cheap, you can go with something like the Elgato Camlink. Medium would be something like an AVerMedia capture card. I use Magewell cards, which are broadcast quality cards, but they're way more expensive. That's really, really annoying. Temporary grass roads, a path around the construction maybe. Well, yeah, we could deploy a road that way for now. It's just frustrating, isn't it? I think I'm going to delete all of that though. For a kickoff. Because if I want to have a taxiway running all the way along here, which I kind of do, I need this thing to drop underneath. Wait, you know these fuel tanks, can you have them underground as well? Like, could I go down a level and build a fuel tank under here rather than have it on the surface? Or do I need to have that project? Floor construction maybe? Or maybe once I get floor construction I can. Because that could be an interesting way of doing it. Service road going down. If you pull your south checkpoint a couple of blocks more south, you can run the service road below the airport. I can't pull it more south because this piece of road here, you can't destroy. It comes at the start of the game and you can't change it. There's nothing you can do with this piece of road here. Well. That's interesting. It wouldn't let me do it before. Oh no, it's not going to delete it, I don't think. That road is a scumbag, yes it is. It's the main road that comes in and it just doesn't let you do anything with it. It's definitely lasting longer. It kind of irks me the way the guy drives on the grass here. Like, why doesn't he just come in and turn in though? Yes, they are, Danny, but they're meant to run in a 24/7 operation environment, so if you're just starting out, just go with like an Elgato capture card. Right, let's have a look. So if we go down a level, and then see if we can build something here. Complete the floor construction permit. Right, that answers that question. So once we get this, we can build underground. Maybe I can do it then. I don't have a Nintendo Switch. My son has one. I don't have one. I mean, Danny, if you're just starting out streaming, like, buying an expensive camera is just pointless. I started with a Logitech webcam. You can stream with no camera. If you're going to stream, get a Logitech webcam or something. C90 or whatever it was. 64%, 44%. That one's in bad condition. I can wait. Like, the worst thing a new streamer can do is go out and just spend thousands. It's the equivalent of learning to play golf and buying like a £1,500 set of golf clubs, £1,500 set of golf clubs. Like, just getting all the expensive gear, thinking it'll make you better. It won't. It really won't. Like, the way I always looked at it is, if you're just starting out streaming, you buy the basic kit and see how it goes. You might not even like it. You might think you'll like it, but then when you actually do it, you don't like it. And then you find out that people don't like watching you for whatever reason. So you can't make a success of it. Well, at least that way you didn't spend a lot of money finding out a painful lesson. Oh, same with golf, you know? Go and play the game with some really rubbish golf clubs. And if you like the game, gradually start to get some better equipment. Danny, payable for the tech support. Lol. Thanks for the info. I've decided Logitech C922. Yeah, it's a decent camera. It's a decent camera. I mean, you do get a little bit of a delay with a webcam, which you'll find out. You just have to accommodate your audio, delay your audio slightly. Got that project yet? Yes, right. Let's get something else. Fuel tanks, baggage handling, Maverick fuel trucks, belt loader. Yeah, we'll get that for now. Just something to keep. Oh, it needs 2 admins. Didn't tell me that. More administrators. Oh my god. If you want to know why everything's so expensive these days, is because there are too many admins. Not enough people doing stuff. Too many people writing about other people doing stuff. Right, service road. Can I build that? Yes, I can. Interesting. Okay, so what I want to know is, simplistically, if I do that, well, look at that. Underground fuel depot. You gotta love that. That's awesome. Service vehicle parking lot. Oh, that's I like that. Underground services, brilliant. You had one comment on YouTube asking why I didn't speak for the 4 hours I was live on YouTube, and I said rabbits can't talk. You know, the hardest thing about streaming, when you start streaming, the hardest thing is learning to talk when there's nobody there. That's tricky. You might want to put these under the runway because you need to do luggage. You might want to put these under the runway. Well, the one level down, you can actually go another level down if need be. I think we're okay. I accept that I'm gonna make mistakes doing this. I'm still finding out. I like that though. It means I can get rid of all this here. And then I can delete that road that I built so I can put gates there. Let's get rid of that. -2 is better for luggage, there you go. You can't start streaming without a cam these days. You could years ago, but hard today. Doesn't Lyric still not use a camera? XCon. It's a weird thing, like you say, you could get away with it years ago, but people like Lyric still can. Like Wild Annie, she's a relatively small streamer. She doesn't use a camera. She's getting on fine. Awkward silences. Yeah, there's a difference between streaming and playing a game and being live. There's an important difference. Like anybody can turn on a stream and play a game. That's not streaming, that's just being live. Streaming is about you being live and talking to people. Main tank 100% full. Okay, so that's been filled amazingly quickly. That means we can get rid of this lot now. Wait, was he going? Where's he going? Why are you going there, bro? What's he doing?
Happy anniversary, Natter.
I don't understand what they're doing exactly. Oh, rip. Oh, hang on.
Welcome back, Natter.
He looks very confused. It's like he's going, how do I get down there? I don't know how to get down there, he's saying. That was your home. Okay, a tunnel's broken in this game because it kind of looks that way. Oh. He worked it out eventually. Took him a while. So I don't understand this new road network. They told me it's down here somewhere. Meanwhile, the other one's completely trapped now. Like, he literally has no idea how to get there. I'm going to have to rebuild the road just so that he can drive down there. Oh, that is the most irritating, utter nonsense.
Welcome back, Natter.
I think the camera is important. When I watch some streamers such as you and Burt Black, just watching your reactions to game events, it's fun. I don't disagree with that. A camera can definitely help. I don't disagree with that. The question really is it necessary? And especially, is it necessary when you're a new streamer? The downside of having a camera is people judge you. Yeah? As soon as they can see what you look like, they instantly judge you. And then you get the people, especially when you're a new streamer, you get unsavory people wandering in. Because a new streamer doesn't have moderators, so you get all kinds of just nasty people walking in, saying, ah, you got a big nose, you know, that kind of thing. The kind of thing you get in the playground. And then you've got to learn to deal with that.
Happy anniversary.
A service vehicle can't reach their designated spots. Yes, we're working on it, bro. Pug! Glad you're back from a well-deserved break. Here's to another 2 years. Stay squirrely. Thank you, sir. Here he goes. Hopefully this guy can do it this time. Oh, he's done it. He's figured it out. Yay! I felt like that entire pain was caused by AI pathing. Hey, Paul, you have a big beard. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Alright, they're parked up now, they're fine. I'll get rid of all that now. Okay. Underground fuel services are a go. So to build a medium runway, I'm going to have to shell out 750 grand for this, plus 150 grand for the runway, plus taxiway infrastructure, plus a stand. And then somehow I need to unlock another ATC because I can't add any more flights yet.
Happy anniversary. Natter.
Whoa. Holy moly. What's all that about? I find this bit a bit frustrating, the way you can't schedule it. Like, you can't schedule it past midnight. That's a bit weird to me. So that means you can't schedule a flight at 10 o'clock at night. Ever.
Happy anniversary.
Why?
Natter.
You do it on the next day? No, because if you want to make it... Look, this is the problem. I can't go before midnight. So on the previous day, I can't go after 10 o'clock. And on the next day, I can't go before midnight. So I literally can't drop anything in. Oh my god, thank you for 17 months. Kleshnikov, thank you for 37. Can't wait to get auto planning, oh my god. So yeah, again, look. Needs to make one of the management guys into a coup. Yeah, you can see things in daylight now. This is good. I think I'm going to have to get a bank loan. Wait to unlock the ATC, then get income from extra planes. Then build the taxis, then buy the runway and the extra... How do I get the extra... How do I get the... unlock the ATC though? Because it's not even available yet. Like, is there some kind of a tech tree that I can't see? It kind of feels like maybe the game's throttling it until I build this... Complete the RD project medium aircraft, then build a medium runway. Now, I've done that. ATC is part of the extended commercial license. Oh, okay.
Welcome back.
Oh, okay.
Natter.
So when I get this, we can potentially build a second runway here and add more. The thing is, I can build medium gates and just not accept medium planes yet. You can still accept a small plane at a medium gate, right? So maybe that's the way to go. The younger pug had to have his undercarriage removed this morning. I can't wait to pick him up again and tell him I'm sorry. I'm not sure how to... Pug. Is younger pug a dog? An undercarriage, does that mean neutered?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Trond, I give you 29 months. Gotcha, right, okay. Just to be sure. Let me have a look at the stands. So a medium stand would sit there. Taxiway foundation. So these still need to be 5, don't they? So that would be like that. I'm going to have this, I'm going to reroute this a little bit.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Remember, the jet bridge connects to the upper floor 1 if you decide to use it. Well, there's no remembering that, Baz. I never knew it. C8. Thank you for 40 months. That's useful knowledge, Baz. Thank you. How do you do diagonal taxiways? They're actually in this thing here. So if you look in the taxiway list, they're there. But you have to rotate them into place. So the bit that sticks out is the runway side. Yeah. I'm just going to slow this down while I redo these taxiway paths. Can't demolish an active taxiway, Beth. What? What's wrong with that? Is it because the plane's still there and it wants to go that way back out again? Maybe that's it. Actually, I think it's in the wrong place. It is in the wrong place. Oh my god, game, come on, give me a break. Oh my life, are you serious?
Welcome back.
Oh, this is dumb. I think it's because there's already aircraft there. It's been a bit weird about it. Yeah, they can actually go to that circle and just do this and do little donuts in the tarmac. Thanks, Enten. Okay, let's wait for him to disappear. Actually, that's not what I wanted either. How do we make that one way again? Oh, there we go. Thank you, Kelly.
Welcome back.
Technically don't need that, do we? Don't think. Planes always land take off in one direction. At the moment they do. I don't know if that's always the case. I need these planes to disappear so I can actually do something here. That's better. You say try now, nothing incoming to use the path. Not sure what you mean. Okay. It's more like it. Do they have a medium boarding desk? I don't know. Oh, we've got escalators now, look. Stairs and escalators, that's nuts. I've only got one size of check-in desk, but I do have a medium boarding desk. Is one enough for this, do you think? Maybe I should replace the small desk with medium. Oh, that's big. I haven't zoned that yet. Staff zone. Secure zone. One medium's fine. You think I should replace these by one medium then? Might work a bit better. Or just look a bit better. kind of think that one's enough as it is. Getting alerts about something. You're having flashbacks to Roller Coaster Tycoon. Lol. It's going to be very hard to get rid of these because they're all locked. IB77 was forced to go around. Consider adding runway approach lighting. Advanced runway lighting required. I'm not sure if... I don't think they can fit approach lighting there anyway. What else does this want? Missing tech. Oh. Wait, what? Missing taxiway paths or runway support. Oh, okay, yeah. It's saying it can't get to a medium runway because I don't have one. But that still work with small, won't it? That should be fine, I would have thought. Operations. Shortage of janitors, that's why we're seeing rubbish around the place. That's fine now. It's good. That's not showing up. I'd say that's a bit pants myself. Like what the game's saying is because you don't have a medium runway, you can't use this medium stand. Even for small aircraft. And therefore I'm not going to put it in the flight planner. Oh, I like that. You can make it specifically for an airline. That's cool. It's all connected. Missing taxiway path to a runway supporting medium aircraft. We don't have a runway supporting medium aircraft. As I connected it to a boarding desk. I already did that, Baz. It has a boarding desk, it has a security checkpoint. It just doesn't have a medium runway. Get rid of all the contractors for now. If you scroll up, you can see the taxiway isn't connected at all. Well, it is. It's just not connected here. I think you're missing the word medium runway. Oh my god. Ugh. How many times have I done that? Hit that button there. There we go. So yeah, I can't use that until I build a medium runway, which in my opinion is ridiculous. I should be fine to use that with a small runway. Uh, 80 I think, Mr. HD. I'm going to be doing our building this year, I've decided. If once I get to 100 hours, I can cross-train onto the group's PA-28, which is a nice plane. So that's my first goal. I've booked myself in March. I've booked myself in for my cross-channel training. So I'll be doing that. So I'm going to go over to Calais. And then maybe after that, I'll do another flight across the channel and film it. Yes, it is. 750k to buy that. But the immediate goal was to basically build more stands with a bigger ATC. But I was going to use these aircraft stands instead of those, but now I can't. I literally can't do that. We're going to have a second runway, a second small runway, have more stands, make more money. That was the plan. And that's not going to happen anymore. No, I'm not even going to go, Baz. I have no plans to go. It's like too expensive for too little gain. I'd rather spend my money and go to Flight Sim in Vegas. Do you know, I might just get rid of this now. It's so annoying. How big is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it goes from being 5x5 to being 10x10. Blimey. Would you ever fly to Guernsey? I'd love to. You have lots of people flying over the weekends during the summer. Yeah, I'd love to fly to Guernsey. Got a trial flight on March the 7th. I'm going to ask lots of questions. If all goes well, we'll start my flight training. Good luck, sir. If I was you, I'd buy the Air Law book now and start reading it. I wonder if I'm making money. It's kind of hard to keep track of whether you're making money or not. I kind of wish you could tick a box and just remove, like, purchases. Like construction. Oh, wait a minute. It kind of does that. It breaks it out into other. So yeah, it actually has done that for you. It's saying this is your profit, and then construction is put under here. So yeah, currently we're making £2,000 an hour, which is not exactly amazing. Renting a plane by the hour is quite expensive. Well, obviously flying. I reckon you buy a share in a plane is cheaper. So I've yeah, me and a lot of people who have done this have been through this process. When basically renting a plane by the hour, the cost is higher. It's like the most expensive way of doing it, right? It's kind of like renting a car for a day. It's expensive. Once you start getting into ownership, then the hourly cost will come down, but you will have other basic costs to pay. So if for example, if you buy a share in a plane, then you're going to have to take care of its ground fees, insurance on the plane, maintenance on the plane, equipment failure. It's all going to come under your banner. And then the engine overhauls and that kind of thing. So you're going to have higher fixed costs, but lower hourly costs. And so the only time it actually makes sense to do that is when you're flying a certain number of hours every month. Because if you own a part of a plane and then don't fly it for like 3 months, all your fixed costs are still going to be there and you're not going to get any benefit at all. So what I worked out with my spreadsheets was the best option for me at the moment was to join a group where I don't own the plane, but I pay like £70 a month into the group. And that brings my hourly rate down quite a bit. So as long as I fly 2-3 hours a month, something like that, I'm then breaking even. And anything above that is cheaper than hourly rental. But that gives me the advantage that if I don't fly for a month, well, it costs me £70, but I'm still in the group, right? And if I do start flying more often, I'll have a much lower rate. If I started to get above a certain amount of hours, like, I don't know, I think I worked it out on the spreadsheet, above about 100 hours a year, something like that, it makes more sense to go and buy a share in a plane. But I'm not at that stage yet. So for now, when you're just starting out, just suck it up and pay by the hour, because that's your best option. Because right now, you won't even know what plane you want to fly. So the idea of buying a share in a plane is crazy, because you might find out that you like Warriors or 152s or 172s, like you just don't know. But just try, like, the one thing to say is there's nothing cheap in aviation. So don't go in thinking that you're going to find a way of saving money, because it's going to burn your money. You're going to enjoy flying, but it's going to cost you. Right, fuel tanks and extended commercial are done. De-icing permit. Ooh. Subway permit. Does that mean we can sell sandwiches? Catering service. Ooh. Advanced runway lighting. Is it possible to click on the runway and tell it to land, like, to switch the direction of takeoff and landings? Aircraft, oh, cleaning might be a good thing. Get some extra money for cleaning. Cleaning and catering, let's see if we can get that going.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So that allows us to build a bigger tower, right? Medium tower, there you go. It doesn't actually matter where you put this, but... How many contracts have we got? All of them. What? Put it out of the way. I was thinking of putting it here, Baz, and then having another runway here. Operation mode, takeoff, landing, takeoff mode. What's that? Allowed types, general aviation, no. Small aircraft, yes. Commercial flights, medium, large. How is it you can click on allow medium? I will let you. Common takeoff position, aircraft size specific takeoff position. What's all that going on about? What are pappy lights? They're these things down here. So like you might have seen them. There's 4 lights basically, and they tell you how when you're coming into a runway, they tell you whether you're on the glide slope or not. So they have 4 lights usually. There's an abbreviated version called abbreviated pappy lights. They only have 2, but they work the same way. They're either white or red. If there's more white, you're too high. If there's more red, you're too low. If there's exactly the same number as white as red lights, then you're right on the glide slope. That's only 1 unit, right? You need one of those. Don't know. Yeah. Red is dead, as the saying goes. Like, being too high on the glide slope is not ideal, but is safe. Like, being red is dangerous, because the trouble is, like, if you're landing at night, especially, you don't know, you can't see stuff. So if you're too low on the glide slope, potentially you might hit a tree or something you can't even see. Right, is that built? I think that's built. 75 possible, so I can get rid of this now, can't I? Yay! Right. Save that. Okay. Right, I'm going to go and take a break. It's a shame DCS doesn't have pipe lights. Lol. Okay, right, I'll be back in an hour's time, so I'll stop the stream, and I shall see you in an hour. I'm going to go and walk around, grab some food as part of the new schedule. I kind of feel like I need a break, so it's kind of good. I think this is going to work out for me. Right, so I've saved it, and we're going to carry on an hour. I'll just pause it now. So I'm going to stop the stream, and I'll see you in 1 hour. So if you're going to come back later, go and grab your snacks, have a break, and if you're heading out, have a good evening. Right, see you in a bit, guys.